Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyaholic. I am, of course, the Mad Montreal Man. And before we get into the Batman figures today, I do want to talk about the reveals at the New York Comic Con for the DC Multiverse. McFarlane Toys, you're going to bankrupt me, but I'm going to go with a smile on my face. Okay, for those of you who don't know, there is a lot of figures. Some of the ones I've been asking for. I asked for Rocket Red. There's going to be a Rocket Red. I asked for Ice. There's going to be an Ice. I asked for a Jessica Cruz, even though she's a red label. Yeah, I'm going to have to track that one down too. But if you haven't even heard, there's even going to be an elongated man and a cosmic boy. If he would not have lost the license, we could have eventually had all of the Justice League International. We could have had all the Legion of Superheroes. But there's other ones coming as well. There's another Flash coming. There's the Golden Age Flash, Red Platinum that's coming as well. But that's from the, the Page Puncher ones with the Green Lantern with the rings. Black Hawk is coming out. Pig-Face Villain. The Freeze, if you're a Green Lantern Corp guy, there's Le Freeze coming out. There appears to be another Superman. I'm not sure which one it is. But there's also Black Condor from the Freedom Fighters. Yeah, I know. And, of course, one I never thought they would do, Gangbuster. Yeah, from the Superman comics from way back when. Gangbuster. But I'm looking forward to them. I'll be stopping by EB Games this week, placing as many pre-orders as I can to get these guys. And I think I now know what I'll be wanting to trade that extra bones for. Jessica Cruz. But hopefully I'll get her here. Besides the point, I still want some stuff from the States I can't get, but let's get to the show. I've rambled on enough. And yes, I've lost weight, so my Batman t-shirt is baggy on me now, so I'm doubled up. Plus, back it's cold. So we got two Batmans for you today. I promised to. We've got the Batman, Patina. Yes, the Knights of Steel. 5,400 of these, and of course, we have Azrael, Batman, Nightmare Edition. We'll start with the Patina one. So I'm going to get my good friend, your good friend, the enemy of all mint and plastic, the Steel Blade of Justice, Dr. Steel. Ha! Dr. Scalpel. Well, he's got an alias, okay? It's Dr. Scalpel. I just like calling him Dr. Steel every now and then to remind him that, it's okay to have an alter ego. This is my alter ego. Wow, no comment from the editor on that one. Okay, right. I've told you before, I do like it when they come in boxes like this. There's the back of the box, the front of the box, and let's take a look. Oh, I can tell the sword's already kind of warped a bit. Alright, okay, I'm not a fan of these guys, but what do you say I finish taking him out of the package, throw in the close-up that you know I'm going to do, and we'll come back and talk about him. Back in a moment. Well, you saw in the close-up, he is a really nicely detailed action figure. The card, by the way, not a bad card, and If you're wondering, no, I did not get a great number. It's sort of like, well, it's not in the last 1,400, but it's not below 3,500. So it's an average card. Not a big deal. It'll go in the binder downstairs. Accessories, apart from the stand that he comes with for the card, which I liked it when they first came out with that, but now I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, they're not really useful. He comes with the base and the sword. The sword, as you can tell, is a little wonky, but it's not a bad looking action figure. And I must admit, when I first saw the patinas, when I first started picking them up, I'm like, okay, it's a gimmick. Then I started realizing, okay, it's kind of like a statue. And I like the fact that, you know, you could eventually have statues of the characters without being statues, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not a statue collector, but I can imagine, say, for example, if you had a nice diorama where you had all these patina action figures, you could have sort of kind of like, you know, a character walking through that museum of these heroes throughout history. So for that sense, I kind of like the patinas. That, and I've noticed with the patinas, you sometimes see details that you don't always see. Like, you can really appreciate the detail in the chainmail. The cape, it looks like a cape that is metal, which is fine. It's just the face as well. It does bring out a lot of nice details, even in the sword hilt. And no, before you ask, I'm not bringing up the regular version of this, which I do have. That's not in the studio. That's downstairs in the living room shelving, and I'm not going to do one of those things. I just want to talk about him for himself. And I do like him. I do like the look of it. Articulation is there. I mean, some limit in the legs because of the, you know, the costume does limit the legs a bit, but no, it's got really good articulation. The face is really nice as well. And yes, you could put the sword in the bag. I just thought, it looks nice like that. But yeah, that's it. That's the Patina Batman. I do recommend, if you bought the other Patinas, even though I admit I never read the full story, I got the first graphic novel of this. I haven't finished the series because the comic book store where I picked this up last year, like the graphic novel, they're not there anymore. And the nearest comic book store is about 2 hours away, so I have not managed to pick up the continuation of the Knights of Steel. But I don't care. I do like them. I'm also surprised we haven't seen any other Knights of Steels. Like, we haven't seen a Superman Knights of Steel. But I like the Batman one. It's really nice. And I can see him sitting down on, for example, the old Dark Side throne. That'd be kind of a cool looking setup too. But that's enough of the Patina Batman. Yeah. Oh yeah, these bases do suck. He's fallen down so many times it's not even funny. That's one thing I do like about when we get the more collectors ones that have the bigger bases with the logo, not just the DC symbol. But overall, I'm happy I got them. I'm happy I opened them up too. And before anyone asks, no, I do not have another version of him. I only have the one I bought. That's it. There are a few gold labels I do have some doubles of, but not this guy. So let's move on. Azrael Nightmare. And I have to admit, I actually like the Nightmare series. I actually do like the different color schemes. There's a Superman Gladiator one from Warworld coming out, black and gold. I'm definitely going to pre-order that one because it just looks awesome in black and gold. It just does. And I've always said this. I want a booster gold, black and gold. Except McFarlane Toys, listen to me. If you actually do make the booster gold Nightmare Edition before you lose the contract, do me a favor. Make him have real goggles. I know you can do it. Because I think it'd be really cool to have a booster gold in a black and gold. Let me know what you think about that. And if you do think I'm right, message McFarlane Toy. Say, hey, this guy on YouTube suggested you do a Booster Gold Nightmare Edition. That one I would buy 2 of, if they ever make it. So once more, let's peel off the plastic. Oh, this plastic is a bit more sticky. And this one has 5,700. So not as rare as Patina Batman. with the sword, but oh, yeah, let's do a top reveal this time. It already looks good. Oh, perfect base. Oh, okay. I'm going to finish taking Azrael out of the package, throw in a close-up, and we'll be back right after that. Talking about what he comes with, the card, and I like these kind of card holders. These, you can put them on their shelf, unlike that giant plastic thing that takes up space. It looks nice. If you just want to do this in front of the figure, this I like. Good on this one. The card, same picture on the box, we know that. The base, this is what I mean by a base that really looks good. Look at that. It's the logo, black and gold. Now, the figure we've seen before, if you got the Azrael when it came out back in its blue days, you've already seen this guy. So the figure itself is nothing new, but the color, I mean, it really pops that gold out on the black. The claws, look at those silver claws. Okay. Front of the shelf, no doubt. This is an Azrael you definitely want forefront because it just looks so good. A little bit of a problem with the ankles. I mean, I had to bend the toe to get them to stand straight, but I'll eventually get that worked out with a bit of heat to get the ankle to go flat. But this is a black and gold that you should pick up. I'm just saying, if you're an Azrael fan, pick this one up. It is definitely, it'll look so good on the shelf. I mean, it's there. I mean, the details are there on the legs. You can definitely see the details in the leg. The belt looks good. Just the fact that it's gold on black. What a striking image. You can imagine this at night, flying down. It's so good. And the funny thing is, too, it's hard to see, but, you can see the red dots of the eyes. McFarlane Toys, you did good with this one. This is one Nightmare Edition that, yeah, definitely something I recommend picking up. And I'm sure you can probably still find them out there. It's not as rare as some of the other gold label Nightmare Edition ones, but this one is definitely one I do recommend. The only thing I wish it had was a wired cape. I've gotten spoiled. So have you. As collectors, we've gone spoiled. We like the wired capes now, but this is good. I mean, there's no spare hands, nothing like that, but this is one that I do think collectors should pick up. It's really a nice looking figure. It really is. And it makes me say, once again, McFarlane Toys, give us a booster gold, black and gold, but with real lenses. Not that painted garbage. And that's it for the show. I know you're thinking, what's a small show? It's a short show. There's no other surprises. No, not today. No other surprises today. I think you suffered enough. If you did watch the EB Games $5 Friday Anime Extravaganza, you suffered enough. So I figured just to balance things out, we had a long show, a normal, small, short show. As for next week, I honestly do not know. I've still got the Batman Croc 2-pack. I got the Red Dark Knights Batman with the Batman Who Laughs. Still haven't got enough likes to open them up yet, but I might just get bored. I also have some other page punchers that I haven't opened up yet because I've just been kind of on the fence about opening them up. Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor, for example, Starman and Atom Smasher, kind of been like, do I really want to open them up? Because they, especially Atom Smasher and Starman, I mean, they look the same body. But now that we're getting Cosmic Boy, it's very tempting. Because we have Lightning Lad, and no, I have not managed to track down the Platinum Lightning Lad yet. I haven't managed to track him down. It seems to be almost impossible to find in this town. But can you imagine? We need Satin Girl next, somehow. But in all honesty, I get the feeling this last New York Con is probably the last stuff we're going to get from McFarlane Toys, unless the other rumors are true that he might be doing DC figures for Mattel. We don't know. But that'll wrap up the show. Once more, as always, thank you so much for hitting the like button. For those of you who've done it already and those who are doing it now, thank you for hitting subscribe. And, of course, please give me your comments and share the video. It's nice. And if you do know someone at McFarlane Toys, hey, make them watch the videos. If you know someone at EB Games, make them watch the videos. They have a TikTok. Share the links. If you know Stefan Tetru, co-owner of McFarlane Toys and EB Games, tell him to tune in. It'd be good. And also, once again, if you know a comic book store that you want me to plug, please do. I haven't plugged comic book stores in a while, but they are what keep the industry going. Thankfully, comic book stores carry action figures, they carry comics, and a discussion I had recently with someone is I'm sort of worried about the comic book industry, the way it's going. So we need these comic book stores to survive. So if there's a good comic book store you like for example, Shane likes Sub-City Comics, and I like them too. Never been there, but I've heard good things about them. I've read reviews about them. They're good. I also heard good things about Castle Comics. I plug them. I know for a fact that Tasmanian Comics in Vancouver, great store. I'll plug them as well. So if you know of a store that you'd like me to plug, let me know. I will plug them. I'll even make a logo up for them if they don't have one. And I'll toss it in the credits. But for today, the credits are just going to have the usual, I'll keep it short. The 4 things in the credits just to save things for you. But that's it for the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this shorter version of the show. I hope you liked Batman. Who doesn't like Batman? Only some Marvel people don't like Batman. Yeah, let's not talk about those kind of collectors. And yes, there are a whole bunch of other things from New York's Comic-Con I saw. There's even a G.I. Joe villain I'm thinking about getting, and a whole bunch of Marvel stuff coming out, but that's besides the point. I am a DC guy, and so are you, hopefully, if you're watching the show. And once again, it's okay, to do this, to be a toyaholic. You know why? Because it's good for your body, your mind, and your emotional being to collect action figures. And when you get an action figure that just really looks good, that's a good way to stay happy. And looking at the stuff that's coming out from McFarlane Toys, well, that's a good way to stay positive. And we'll see you next week on Friday for another episode of On the Peg. Until then, have a great weekend, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you then.
In audio. In audio. In audio. In audio.
Hey, welcome back to On the Peg, not on the shelf. Don't. That's a horrible intro. Let's start over there. Let's start. Yeah.